My Botanika Hamm was so much fun. You can probably tell by my overall look. I'm still not 100% better, but doing this video has given me just a little bit of motivation and made me feel a little bit better. Okay, a jet passing by. But yeah, in today's video, I'm going to show you what I got at my Botanika Hamm. Also give you like a little bit of story time for what was just an absolutely amazing weekend. So I hope that you enjoy. Hello everyone, welcome to my jungle story. I'm Jacqueline, and story time first. I'll put timestamps if you would just want to go straight to the haul. But if you know me and you've been watching me for a while, you know that I love to talk. And I obviously want to tell you guys about my weekend. So my Botanika Hamm was last week Saturday on the 4th of October. And on the 3rd, on the Friday, I took that day off, and I also took the Sunday off because those were 2 days that I still had to work, but I took both of them off. The Friday, I drove down to Hamm. It took me 4.5 hours to get there because of traffic. It was also Friday, so roads are naturally a lot busier on the Friday. But yeah, 4.5 hours, and I was at the Airbnb. I had to wait for Marjolene and Ariza. It was actually, funny enough, the Friday also a public holiday in Germany. So nothing was open. They were going to go to the supermarket and get some bits and all that, but everything was closed. So they had to go to a gas station, and I think they went to the McDonald's as well. I'm very thankful that I packed like a bag full of stuff. I only really went to the supermarket the next day after my Botanika, but that was just to get junk food, really. But I had just like water and all of that, like all of the necessities that you need. So yeah, got there around about, I think it was around about 4:30 or something like that. We went into the Airbnb, which was very nice. We each had our own bedroom, which was also really nice. Big bathroom, just like, yeah, it was really nice and cozy there. I definitely understood why it was a little bit more on the expensive side, but that specific Airbnb was also only a 6-minute drive from the venue where my Botanika was. We just chilled for a bit, freshened up a little bit, because after like 4.5 hour drive, you feel gross. I don't know what it is, but anyway, you're just sitting in a car. But yeah, I just felt gross. We just freshened up, and then we went to the community event, which was right next to the venue, where they were going to do a plant bingo and something else, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, when we got there at 6:15, and we were already too late, and the bingo cards, they were already all like distributed, like we couldn't get a bingo card, which was kind of sad, but we still got a goodie bag. We were still able to eat there. They also had a table there, like a plant swap table kind of thing, but you could also just, if you didn't have anything to swap, you could also just take plants from the table, which was really nice. And then the bingo started, and we were actually going to leave because, yeah, we didn't have a bingo card. But I actually met a follower, one of you guys there. I met Al from Al's Jungle, and she's so sweet, so sweet. And she gifted me some plants, which I'll obviously show you in the haul parts. But yeah, we just chatted. It definitely felt like she knew me a lot more than I knew her, because she watches my videos, so you do kind of have the feeling like you know the person a lot better, even though they don't know you. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense. I definitely had that feeling the first time I met Rose from Plant with Rose, that you definitely feel like you know the person a lot better because you watch their videos. So yeah, it was really nice to meet her. Really generous of her to gift me those plants. Like, really nice. She was there with a friend that was going to be one of the sellers at my Botanika. So yeah, that was really nice. And she actually gave me a bingo card. She had 2 bingo cards, and yeah, she gave me one of them. So yeah, we obviously stayed for the bingo then. I had never played bingo before. I don't really know what bingo was. Like, I've obviously heard of it, but I've never played it. So I didn't really know the rules. And everything was explained in German. So none of it was translated. All we could see was on screen what was going on. And I kind of got the gist of it, but I still didn't understand it completely. Like, the rules, everything was explained in German. So we're filling in the bingo cards, we get numbers, and we get a straight line. Larisa starts flinging the bingo cards like, bingo, bingo, bingo. I go up to the front and it wasn't bingo, which was very, very embarrassing because not only did I have to walk through that whole crowd because we were late, we also didn't get a table, we didn't get chairs, so we were standing at one of these like high tables, but we were right at the back of the venue. So everyone turned around to look at me and obviously watched me go up, and then I didn't, it wasn't bingo. So anyway, that was embarrassing, but luckily enough, I had a glass of wine in me. I wasn't tipsy or anything, but I don't know, whenever I have alcohol, I don't get embarrassed. I don't get shy or anything like that anymore. So I was happy that I didn't go all red in the face and all of that. It was just, I did my walk of shame very, very proudly back to the table, which was a good laugh. It was a good laugh. And then later on, I did actually get a bingo. I did ask Larisa and Mariolene like a million times, are you 100% sure? And I did end up winning something, which I'll also show you. It was really fun because then afterwards, bingo started happening like a lot more often. I just like see what the prizes were and all of that. But I think we left just before it was actually finished. It was very, very busy there, but we were also very tired. It was long drives for all three of us. So we went back to the Airbnb. Sorry, I'll edit out the schlotty and coughing moments. But anyway, we went back. I had a shower just because I knew like if all three of us had to get ready in the morning, that just wasn't going to work. So I already had a shower, so I wouldn't have to do it in the morning. We did like face masks and everything. Lexi, do not come over here. No. So we had, she wants attention. So we did like face masks and all that. We had such a good laugh. Sorry. The face mask thing was so incredibly funny. Oh my god, it was just so funny. We just had the giggles. And Narisa's face mask just wasn't like, because she was laughing so much, it wasn't staying on her face properly. So it was hilarious. We just had such a good laugh. I think we went to bed quite early. I actually don't remember. Lexi, sit. Yes, but you're very big, girl. Mariolene then had to get up the next morning very, very early because she had to be there at 7. Me and Larisa, we were allowed to go in at 8, and the doors, they opened at 9:30, so we had some time to like film and walk around. There were a lot of other people as well that I think got good early access. I'm not 100% sure, but it was already quite busy. Everyone was setting up, and it was just, nice to see everyone setting up and getting into the zone and getting ready for when the doors open. Then it's pretty much from my last video that you guys would have seen, which was the actual like event video. It was very, very busy. I honestly was expecting a lot busier, but then there were moments that people were literally walking around with boxes on top of their heads with plants in it. That's how busy it was, like in certain parts, specifically round about the bigger stands like Harmony Plants, Equigenera, Downtown Plant Club, like those were very, very busy booths, very, very busy. But that was kind of the story time. I'm very, very glad, like the whole day that I was there, I was so grateful that we only had to drive another 6 minutes and we were already back at the Airbnb. We just got takeaway, we got pizzas for takeaway. We did, in the middle of the day, around about the end of the day, we did also go to a supermarket, which was also thankfully right next to the event, And I got such like nostalgic feelings because walking in there, it really reminded me of Asda. If you've lived in the UK, you know what Asda is. It was just, I had Asda vibes in there. It's just like a huge supermarket that you could buy anything in it. Like you could buy clothes in there. You could buy you could buy stationery in there. You could just buy anything in there. And we actually just went there just to get like sweets and get like like things that we wouldn't typically see in the Netherlands or in Belgium. So one thing I did actually get there that I was incredibly grateful that I got, and I probably should have gotten more. But one thing that I did notice that things were incredibly cheap over there. Like paying €1.09 for a bag of Haribo sweets is just unheard of here in Belgium anyway. I also got this huge, like it's a big tote. I think I paid €9.99 for it, and I think the biggest one that you can get here in the Action is like €15. I'm not 100% sure, but it's a big one. But anyway, let's get to the whole part. So what I won at the plant bingo was a bag of, I think this is called Easy Botanic Mix, and this is from Planty Skies. I really like the label. It's very, very pretty. Yeah, Lexi, you sniff it up good. It's all in German, so I don't know what it says. I can read perlites and I can read worm castings, but I can't read the rest. But it does look like a really, really nice mix. So yeah, it's a nice, decent sized bag that I won at the bingo, and it's 5 liters. Easy Botanic Mix. So that was very, very nice. And then something else at the event was also a little goodie bag. And in there was just like, there was a pamphlet for the World Orchid Conference that's in Germany. That one, little pamphlet. Another pamphlet. Oh yeah, that was a card that I got from one of my purchases. A very, very pretty picture, by the way. Very pretty picture. That's why I didn't throw it away. I thought it was so pretty. My little band, when you come in the main entrance, you get like a card. But like content creators or vendors, they get the little, like a band. Something else this was also in the goodie bag. 2 little, I don't know what these are called, like plant management hooks things. I don't know. This is also in the goodie bag. So this is a new product from SANSI, and I only use their products now for like fertilizers and like extra supplemental things. But they've come up with a new product, which is the Hesilicio, which is just silica, which is really exciting because silica was something that I really struggled to get my hands on here in Europe. There was only one other company that I found it from, and that was, I think it's X Nutrients, but it was a lot for shipping and all of that. And yeah, it was just a drama. But I did end up getting one, and it did last me a very, very long time. But I wanted to actually get another one of these. I mean, like a big version, but I think the liter version was like €32. It was expensive, so I didn't end up getting it. I'm going to wait until like companies that I work with, like Plant Scraper and all that, until they get it in stock, so I can also, support them as well. Kind of like a double whammy. But yeah, got that in a little goodie bag. What is this? Oh yeah, my bingo card. I'll never remember. That's a good memory. But yeah, I remember the G line going all the way down. That was the first line we got, and that's when the risers started flicking around and saying bingo. And there was also a little card, and yeah, from Chrissy Botanical, which I filmed. Yeah, I did. I filmed her booth. We also saw her there. She's so funny. Yeah, that was all in the goodie bag. And then I'm going to carry on with like the non-plant related and obviously end with the best. But at the Hesi booth, you have like this spinning thing, and you can win, I think you can win Houseplant Alexa and other products and stuff like that. And actually, funny enough, the person that was in front of me in the line, because it was always a line, because I mean, you get a free product whether you win or not. She actually won a Houseplant Alexa, a liter one, which is really nice. But yeah, I didn't win, so I got a little bottle of, I know it's in German on it, but that's the root complex. So yeah, which I also use every single time I water actually, because I've seen a big difference in my plants since using that. So yeah, there's that. And then the other non-plant related thing that I got was at my first, was it my first plant market that I ever went to in Maastricht? I think it was. That was also where I met Marjolein for the very first time, yeah. And Marjolein has, she also was a booth there, plant and print. And she does all types of art and photographs and yeah, just beautiful, beautiful art. None of it is done by AI either. She's all done it herself, taking the photographs herself. So yeah, but I had 2 pictures. The last time I bought 2 pictures, photographs from her. But then I thought to myself, wait a minute, like rule of 3. When it comes to pictures or art, you always have to, I don't know, it just looks nicer with 3. So I chose out another one to add to the other 2 that I already have. I just have to find pretty. Well, I already have 2 picture frames. I just need to find a 3rd one now. But yeah, it's a very, very pretty picture. And she actually ended up giving me this one because I said, okay, I want to pay for this at the end of the day. She put it in one of my plant bags, and I only realized when we got back to the Airbnb. And I said, hey, I still need to pay for this. And she said, don't worry about it. So it was very nice of her. But it's a beautiful picture. I love it. I can't wait to put it up with the other 3. And I'll obviously, show you guys that. But yeah, that is everything. Is it everything non-plant related? Why do I feel like there was more? No, I just came home with a lot of sweets. That's why I had so many bags. Anyway, yeah. So I'm going to move you back because it's a big tote. It's a big tote. You don't need to see the ugly baby chair. Okay, I'm going to put the non-planty stuff to the side so I don't break anything. Make room for the plants. So yeah, this is the tote. It's very big, but I'm so glad I got it. Also because it was rainy, it was windy, and yeah, plants were just going to get damaged. So, where do I start? I think I'm going to start with the things that I purchased myself because oh my word. Okay, 5 things I bought myself and then 5 things I was gifted. That blows my mind. I don't know. I'm just going to stop bringing stuff out, honestly. Ew. Yeah, everything is wet and humid. Okay, so the first thing that I got was a variegated silver dragon. It's not super variegated. There's a pretty leaf. This one doesn't have a lot of variegation. Honestly, when I bought this one, there wasn't a lot left over. But this one does have a little corm there. So yeah, this is a silver dragon variegata. And I got this from Harmony Plants. And I only paid 20 euros for it, which I think is a pretty good price. And actually, funny enough, I think that these will mark down at the end of the day, which I thought was funny. But I love silver plants, so I'm intrigued to watch this one grow. Very intrigued. I have been on the ups and downs with the silver dragon, if I'm being honest, so it does make me a little bit nervous. But I think the key for me is keeping it in soil, because it was going up and down when it was in pond, and I think that's just my own fault, just my own watering stuff, that I need to suss out. Okay, let's mix it up. This is also from Harmony Plants, actually. Oh my word, most of the plants are from Harmony Plants. Yeah, another one that I got, this was only 5 euros, it's a plug, but I got a little Anthurium regale. So pretty, for 5 euros. 5 euros, are you kidding me? It's just so pretty. It's so pretty, and it's rooted so nicely. So yeah, I just have this like this for now. I've not done anything with it. They're living in the prop box, so they've got enough humidity and all that. Oh, careful. This is not mine, but I still have it because I've been sick this week, so I've not seen my mom. I don't want to make her sick. But my mom really wanted a Hoya Sunrise. And actually, funny enough, I only saw, there probably would have been more, but the same grower that I met at the first one that I went to, my Botanika Hamm. Paul wasn't there actually, but the last time I bought the Botanier for my mom there. And now she said she wanted the sunrise, and I ended up getting it there as well, which I thought was quite cool. But this was only €12.50, and it's quite a nice one. It's branched out 3 times. So I'll definitely be pinching and cutting off her. But yeah, it's a very, very pretty one for $12.50. There were ones that were also a lot more sun stressed, but I thought this one had a really nice, just like balance. So that's that one for my mom. This one was definitely a on a whim purchase. I remember saying to myself, if I see a luxuriance for a good price, I'm going to get it. Because I have 3 now. I split up my luxurians, but it's not doing very well. It's not doing very well at all. It's not grown since I've split it up, and that's been a while. But this is actually a Anthurium luxurians silver. So this one is even more silvery. That leaf did catch my eye. This one is almost completely hardened off. Oh no. There's some roots here that are rotten. Yeah, it's obviously very humid in here. Oh, there's fuzzy roots. But I mean, it's stunning. You can see on the older leaves how silver it actually is. It's so pretty. Oh, on the backs of the leaves with the red stem. It's so pretty. And I got this one from White Leaf Plants, and I only paid €25 for this. I mean, it's big. It's a big size. It's just so pretty. I love that texture. I love that texture. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with that one. Very happy. Roots are coming out the pot here. It's amazing. Roots as well at the bottom. Yeah, I've not done anything to these plants since I've brought them home because I don't want to stress them out. And this is what I mean with I'm doing things differently, because this is something that I've never done before. I've never put new plants in a tote bin. I just bring them in and I basically, and I just, let them kind of do their thing and adjust to my home. Seriously, Lexi, she's sticking a whole nose in the goodie bag. Lexi! I don't know why she's sticking a whole nose in there, but anyway. Yeah, this is something that I'm definitely going to repeat in the future. I'm actually thinking there is another plant market coming up. I'm thinking of doing the same thing. Even though I'm not planning on buying a lot of plants, I always think that. So I think I will just in my car maybe keep the totes just in case, because it's best for your plants. They'll stress out less. They won't, you know what I mean? My brain is foggy, but yeah, they'll just have a better time adjusting, acclimating, settling, after everything that they've already been through. So yeah, I think I will be doing that in the future. And then the last one that I purchased, because all the rest are gifts. I still can't believe I have this plant. So yeah, this was my most expensive purchase, definitely. But when I saw the prices, I was like, I have to. So this is the Yucatan, it doesn't actually say, but it's the Yucatan Princess Pink Variegated or Elbow or Variegata, whatever. But yeah, I know I have 2 fully variegated leaves here, but it's the new leaf that took me. That's also, I like minimal variegation as well, so I'm also happy with that. But that leaf is what sold me. I recently, you guys would have seen, but I recently rescued an Alocasia Yucatan, and it is up there with my easiest Alocasia. In fact, one of my easiest plants, not only Alocasia, it's up there with the Regal Shield. That's how easy it is. So I figured if I'm having a good time with that one, I want to try this one. I really want to try this one because it grows at an incredible rate. And why not? why not? They were going down in price. They were not expensive. Actually, funny enough, they were even cheaper at the end of the day. So yeah, I feel like this is a plant that's also going to go down in price quite quickly, just because the Yucatan Princess is one that grows very, very quickly. So yeah, I know I'm going to lose these 2 full pink leaves, but it's a very, very pretty plant. Very pretty plant. Yeah, this leaf is going that way because the light is coming from this side. This tote has just been living on top of my kitchen island here. And yeah, there's a window right here, a north-facing window. But I do want to do something with these. I'm not sure if I'm going to do something with them today, but I do want to do something with them. But yeah, that was 60 euros. That was definitely my most expensive purchase. And I actually went to my Botanika Hamm in the intention of buying a Regal Shield elbow. I've mentioned this a couple of times, but I didn't end up, well, I did end up finding some, but they were incredibly expensive. My budget was, I said I was not going to go underneath the 120 euros. So if I found one that was not a corm, but was like, it did have 2 or 3 leaves already, and it was 120 or under, that I was going to get it. But I didn't find that. I think the cheapest one that I found was 160 for about 2 or 3 leaves. Yeah, I even found some corms, like just the corms with no, like none of them had even sprouted yet. They were 130 for a corm, which I thought was kind of insane, especially considering the Regal Shield is such a fast grower. I feel like that's definitely a plant that people are like taking advantage of. I mean, obviously it's an elbow, so it doesn't grow as quickly, but still. It's a Regal Shield. It's going to grow fast, and it's also going to give you corms very, very quickly. So yeah, that was sad. Maybe next year. But one day I will own that plant, one day. I think I said that in the last video as well. And then moving on to the plants that were gifted to me, which is just amazing. This one is definitely out of all of the gifts. No, I'll end with that one last. Okay, I'm just going to do this one because it's in the way. So the stand that was next to Mariolene's stand was Lunarium. I don't know if I'm saying that the right way. But they was their first time. They were a couple from, I think it was a couple, from Poland. They were so nice, so nice. And at the end of the day, they asked us, Mariolene was like clearing up, and we were kind of helping her. I don't know. I feel like when you've cleared up so many times, you're used to it, so you don't want to get in the way of the person. That's how I felt. But yeah, anyway, we stayed behind until she cleared up, and she came over to us and asked, do you want these plants? And she held up 2. I'm just going to take this off because it's going all yucky because it's very humid in there. She held up 2 anthuriums, this one and another one, and me and Mariolene said like yes straight away. My camera's gonna die. There we go. Yeah, anyway, I was saying she held up 2 anthuriums, and me and Mariolene straight away said yes. And I said to Mariolene, you know, you choose first. So she chose hers, and I got this one. And this was only 10 euros, and it's like a big one already. But this is a Crystallinum magnificum hybrid crossed with a Crystallinum silver. So this was an emerging leaf, so unfortunately it is quite damaged and banged up, because at this point I think the tote was already in the car. So yeah, I did have to bring this one outside in the wind and in the rain, and as you can see, it did get bashed up quite a lot. And it's also a funny shape because it's so big that the tote lid does kind of squish this one. But this one wouldn't actually technically even need to be in here. There's a bug on here. I think that's a good bug. I think this one's going to get really nice and big. Like really nice and big. It's in sphagnum moss. This one was only 10 euros, so I'm quite surprised that it was left over. But yeah, you can see some nice roots in there. Nice roots. There's a pretty tag as well. So yeah, that is another one. Well, that's one that I got gifted. Is that the first one that I showed you guys? I don't know. I don't remember. And then Anne, at the event, she already gave me gifts. I was only expecting one because she messaged me. saying that she wanted to gift me that one. So I knew I was going to be getting that one. So these two are just like complete surprises. But I have kept it open like this in the bin because I already noticed that it was already giving me a leaf. So I'm going to show you the little leaf first. How cute is that? And this cute little box that's got her QR code and everything, and the tag, which is, I'm going to show you, but I'm first going to attempt to say this incredibly long name. Anthurium crystallinum crossed with a dark magnificum crossed with a dark plock F2 crossed with a dark forgettio. So this is a hybrid that she made herself. You can see there. But I mean, when she gave it to me, I could see that it was going to sprout, but we are a week later and look, it's already got a little leaf. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing the prop box situation in the future as well. It's just so easy. I've been doing that upstairs as well, actually, in my propagation room. Prop boxes, just do loads of prop boxes. So yeah, thank you so much for that. She was also giving, I think she was giving them out as well at the booth. Another one, also a complete surprise. This is a Alocasia pink dragon. So I used to have one of these, but it died on me. It is one that I bought in the oldie, so it could have just been a dud and just had bad genes. It can happen. She says it's one of her easiest Alocasia. So, I mean, this is one juicy corm. It's a juicy corm. I'm trying to see if I can see any roots because it looks like quite a beefy one. It's about to sprout. It's about to sprout. You can see there the corm with the tag. But yeah, it's a really nice beefy one. And again, like in this little pot with the, oh, it's just so much detail and thought put into it. So thank you so much for that as well. And definitely, I like getting second chances and trying again with ones that I've like struggled with in the past. I mean, it's been a while. It's probably been about a year since I've had a pink dragon. Has it? I don't know. But it was one that was doing well. It was doing well. And then it just went downhill again. And it was just like cycling. It was doing the same thing over and over and over again. So hopefully it's going to be okay. And then the other one that I knew she was going to gift me, that one is my favorite. It is my favorite out of the lot. So I'm going to show you that one last. But this is another gift. My tag has fallen off. So Arrowhead Market was there for the first time. It was so nice to meet him like face to face because we talked so much on Instagram and via chat and all that. But it was also always like delayed because he's obviously in a completely different time zone than what I live in. But he's so sweet, so nice. I actually need to do like another update on my import plants because it has been a very long time. But yeah, he was there and he gifted me this Hoya Clementorium Jungle Splash. It's huge. This leaf is still like a tiny little bit soft, but I mean, look at the size of it. It's stunning. I mean, these leaves are so like rigid and it doesn't look real. It's stunning. Yeah, he had a couple of these, and when he asked me, he says you can choose anything from the table, because Naraiza also chose a absolutely stunning anthurium. But the fact that he said that, I was just like, what? Like, what? Like, what? So yeah, I was very surprised. I'm already checking fruits, and I think the day after I got, was it the day of that I got home? This was longer. So you can see this here, which is actually very smart, okay? These are it's just a straw, 2 straws on top of each other, and he uses it as like a stake. I think that's so smart. But this part used to be up here. So I did cut it in 2 pieces, just to be sure, you know? Because it did have roots, but they were all dried up. And it was kind of like the same situation with the imports. I mean, obviously he's bringing those plants from Indonesia as well. So yeah, I did take all those roots off because they were dead anyway. And I put it in sphagnum moss in this little cup. And yeah, so there's 2 cuttings in there. And I think this is really smart. I'm going to reuse this. And I've just used like a little clip. But it's such a pretty Hoya. So pretty. I mean, I cannot with that leaf. Amazing. So yeah, I'm keeping it in the prop box until I see signs of root growth, but I think it will be fine. I think it will be absolutely fine. And then, have I shown you everything? Yes, except for my favorite. And this is probably my favorite out of the lot because this is a wish list plant, a plant that I have been looking for quite a while and I've not been able to find it like anywhere. And Anne reached out to me on Instagram and said, hey, are you still looking for this plant? And she had 3 seedlings and she wanted to gift me one, which is just so incredibly generous. I'm still in shock from it. Like, I still cannot believe it. I still cannot believe that 5 out of the 10 plants that I've brought home are gifted. I just think that's amazing. So at the event, the community event, she came with this baba. So this is the Magnificum luxurians that I have been looking for everywhere. And I finally have it. This is a new leaf. It was also packaged so nicely. Like, it was like this, but the dome, I still have the dome somewhere, but it had like floof around it to protect the leaf, the dome, like it was pristine packaging, absolutely. And she grows all her plants in pon. I've never done anthurium in pon before. I can see a really nice juicy roots there, like that's for sure. So that's also very exciting, you know. I don't know if you can see it because it's, you know, there's obviously a pot within this cup, but there is there. Can you see it there? There's a root there. Oh yeah, this was a little seedling that she had. I recognize the pon. I think this is from Botanika, the pon. But it's so pretty. That like ribbing in there. I'm so excited to watch this one grow. So excited. So yes, thank you so much, Anne. Thank you so much. You really did not have to do that. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Like with the tags and so generous, so nice, and I'm so incredibly grateful for these plants. It's actually really nice because I've been looking at this tote has been on my kitchen island for a week now, or well, almost a week. We're almost a week. Tomorrow will be a week, and it's nice to take them out and have a look at them again because they've just been in here. I'm actually going to keep this one out because this leaf is not fully hardened off yet. Yeah, I'm going to keep this one out because I can't. I'm just damaging it. And it's also taking up a lot of light from the other plants. But yeah, I have a north-facing window here and it's just been living on my... I could actually leave it down here because I've got grow lights here. But that's just a recipe for disaster with my daughter. So anyway, that is my haul for my Botanika Hamm. I'm actually, funny enough, going to be going to another plant market this weekend. So literally 8 days later, I'm already going to another plant market. But yeah, that was already, I already knew since like the beginning, since it was official when it was going to be that I was going to be going to this plant market. So I'm of course going to bring you along to that one as well. It's not far from me. It's only a 50-minute drive, which is nice because most plant markets have been 2 hours, minimum 2-hour drive for me. So it's nice that it's going to be in Belgium because all of them are either in Germany or the Netherlands. So it's nice to have one in Belgium. And it's also the first edition. So I'm very, very excited for it. Noraiza is also going to be there selling plants, which is very exciting. I already know an alocasia that I want to buy off her. It's actually funny enough, one that she gifted me and it died. So yeah, I do want that one back, but I'm very excited for that. I'm feeling a little bit better, so I do think I'm going to be okay to go. It's just, yeah, I've not been able to go to work this week because it's apparently very, very contagious, but I mean, I've got the works. I've got sinusitis or sinus, I don't know how to say it, sinus infection, basically, throat infection, just the whole lot. And it's apparently very, very contagious. So I work in a garden center. So yeah, I'm in contact with a lot of people. So I think I would have just made everyone sick. So yeah, that wouldn't have been great either. And my doctor said as well, like it's best to stay home a day extra so that you don't, infect other people. And also just for rest, because I also have 2 kids. that don't make it easy. So I'm just taking it day by day, but I am feeling better than I was at the beginning of the week, because that was rough. I'm still feeling a little bit hazy, and you could probably tell in this video that my brain is still a little bit hazy and blurry, but nonetheless, I wanted to share my haul with you and my experience, tell you about my weekend. It was so much fun. Thank you so much to Mariolene and Ariza for such a great girls weekend. It was fun. It was really fun. It was the longest that I'd ever been away from my kids. So that was a bit of a challenge. Mom guilt definitely set in. I just kept on having to say to myself, you deserve it, you do deserve it. And I mean, everyone does. Everyone deserves a break every now and then. And yes, I got sick from it. I mean, then again, it might not even have been from my Botanika. You never know. It could have been my kids. I'm never going to know. But it was completely worth it if I did get sick from this last weekend. It was completely worth it, 100%. And I'm looking forward, I think this is the end of the plant markets, sort of nearing the end. There is one more now this weekend, and there's another one on the 1st of November, but I'm not going to be able to go to that one. Coming to near the end of plant market season, which is kind of sad, but I think also a lot of the sellers, they're going to appreciate having a bit of a break. I have noticed I also sell plants, but I don't have a website or have a I'm not a known seller or anything like that. I just sell them on a secondhand website because I sometimes only have 5 plants on there. It's just cuttings, corms, just a lot of doubles. I don't intentionally buy plants to sell plants or intentionally go out to propagate to sell plants. Not at all. I just sell what I've got doubles of. I also love to trade, definitely. I think that's so much more fun than selling, but it's also nice whenever I do sell plants, I usually just save that to buy other plants. And actually, funny enough, I'm going to be meeting someone there that's buying plants off me from the secondhand website. So, And I also have a plant that I'm holding for someone, so I definitely have to go. But I'm glad that I'm feeling a little bit better. I just have to rest a little bit more. I'm definitely still going to have a stuffy nose. Maybe I'll have to wear a mask, who knows? But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Anyway, I've rambled enough in this video. Again, thank you to Mariolene and Ariza. And thank you to My Botanika for creating this amazing rare plant market. I mean, it's on a big scale, definitely. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. A lot of amazing plants. You just don't know where to look first. And you can get some really good deals. I've got plants. I haven't even told Mitch about this, but I was going to wrap this up. Anyway, I told you that talking to you guys, making video and talking about the plants would make me feel better. I actually, this morning, ordered from Harmony Plants. They were doing a after Botanika, My Botanika sale, and there were plants there that they were selling for peanuts. But just prices that you would never imagine for I'm not going to say anything. No, obviously I'll do a haul video for that. You guys will see. But yeah, I also had, when you bought something from them, you also got a gift card for if you do order from their website. So I think I got 15 euros off my order or something like that. Shipping is very expensive. It's 20 euros. That's the most that I've ever spent on shipping, but it was 100% worth it for the plants that I'm going to get. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I did go a little bit crazy, but anyway, you guys will see that in the future. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, subscribe. If this is the first time of you seeing me through My Botanika or whatever, I'm very sorry. I look awful, yes, but you're not here for me. You're here for the plants. Well, you're kind of here for me, but you're here for the plants. So sorry about that, but I would really appreciate it if you subscribe and come along with me. I share everything about my houseplants, literally everything. I also post a lot on stories on Instagram, if, small things that I can't share on YouTube or that would just be kind of boring to make a long form video or whatever. I always put a QR code on my videos of my link tree, and there you have access to all of my social media platforms and also my discount links and products that I use and all of that. But I also link everything in my description in all of my videos, so you can also have a look there. Anyway, that was a lot longer than I intended it to be. If you watch this video all the way to the end, leave a amen, thank you. Leave that emoji in the comments, lets me know you watched all the way to the end, and if you did, thank you so, so much. Thank you. I really, really do appreciate it. It's the best way to support my YouTube channel. It's free for you guys, but I do really appreciate it. I do really appreciate it. It does really support me and help me out to get out there and get my video out there. So thank you again. And I hope to see you in my next video, and I hope to be a lot healthier in my next video, but nonetheless, you will see me. So I hope to see you too. Bye.